coming at high speeds. The wind is picking up. The rain is coming. It's beautiful here. It's awesome. It's cool. It's your very own island.
Try it and give me your honest opinion. Don't hold back.
We're sailing good, bad, and ugly. 3 years ago, we bought our boat off Craigslist for $5,000. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We are known to break the rules and do things a little less traditional. Hit subscribe to join the adventure. Thanks to our patrons for keeping us going. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU.
What's up, what's up? We are still out here at Palominito Island. We got a lot of work done, so now we're just trying to see how beautiful this place is. And we're gonna take you to a very special island right away. We're gonna take you to the coolest little island in the Caribbean. You might recognize it. We're gonna share a little more about it once we get there.
This is the famous island Palominito. It's been in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp was up on here with Penelope Cruz. This is supposed to be the smallest island in the Caribbean. I don't know if that's true. Tell us down below. Check my facts on that, but it's beautiful here. It's awesome. It's cool. It's your very own island. I think I want to buy this island. Someone tell me how much this island is. Can I afford it? Probably not.
Alright guys, so being over there at that desolate island with no resources reminded me of something that we've purchased recently and that we're very thankful for, and I want to share with you guys. We recently got ourselves a water maker, a desalination unit, and we went with the Rain Man just for one reason and one reason only, and everybody knows this about Rain Man. The covers match our ropes perfectly.
You're an idiot.
So I called him up and I said, cut the check, get that thing over here right away. No, just kidding. Rain Man has a really good reputation, so I was excited to work with them. And they make a portable unit that I don't really have to install, but you have the option to like soft install. You may remember us going around all through the Bahamas, running out of water, having to go like 8 miles in the dinghy and do all that craziness, and we could still only carry so much in the dinghy, and it was brutal. When we came to Puerto Rico, obviously COVID hit everybody. Marinas were closed and we couldn't get water legally. It was a really weird situation, so it would have been great to use this. I'm excited to be able to make fresh water on the boat. This way we can go further, stay out longer, and get busy with the adventures. So there's two parts that come with this. Well, there's a bunch of different parts, but there's two main factions here. You have the high pressure pump. This takes the salt water, sucks it out, high pressure pumps it into the RO membranes. What these do is they filter out the salt from the fresh water, put the salt water that way, give us the fresh water this way into our tummies. We're gonna set it up and we're gonna run it. Hopefully it works well. First things first, you got to get the setup. You have to get all the tubes going the right way, all the hoses getting the water, getting ready to spit out the water before you ever go to start it. So there's a little bit of setup before you even go. First things first, I like to do is pull out my input hose. This is what sucks the water up from the ocean and puts it into the high pressure pump, and then it pumps out here in the black line. So first things first, I get this in the water. First thing you gotta do before you drop this in the water, you put this little filter over it, and what that does is it helps you to not suck up Nemo and high pressurize his guts. You don't want to be drinking baby Nemos or jellyfish, or this basically helps your pre-filter. It's a pre-screen for the pre-filter so you don't get all sorts of debris into your water that you're trying to pump.
Or squids.
Or squibs. Couple quick tips: make sure that's deep under the water and then you're not getting wake, because if that comes out of the water, you'll get air bubbles and it'll cause problems with the pump. So make sure that's down a couple feet, not too deep though, because then your pressure pump will have to pull too much. You don't want too much of that. So get the right depth, not too deep, not too shallow to get air bubbles.
All right, Goldilocks.
Next step now, we have to open our reverse osmosis part. This is the fill hose, so we just gonna take that and get that out the way. This is where your clean water is gonna come out of. This is where dirty water is gonna come out of. And this black one, as you can see, is a high pressure hose. That's what's gonna connect to the pump unit.
That connects both of the components.
This is the lifeline between the two. I like to do this first. Pull off your sucker there. Pull that fitting down. Give it a little tug, that's locked in place. This is one of the rare times in life where green does not mean go. This is what the filth comes out, the extra saltiness that's left over. I save a little bit of it because it's great for chicken broth.
Ew,
Just
you
kidding.
do not.
Just kidding, do not do that. You want to run it far away from your intake hose off the other side so that your intake hose isn't just sucking in that super concentrated salt water. So I do this with my tow rail. I stick it through there so that it just jets off and I can see it shooting off into the distance. Our white line is our product water. Now you may just think, stick this in the tank hose, but I don't do that. I like to run it for about a minute, just letting it shoot out to clear out any old water that was in the unit, and also just to make sure everything's working, there's no air bubbles, everything's going smooth before I take this and put it in my water tank. So I take this and I repeat the same process that I did with the old briny over there. Before I get it started, because I don't know how loud it's going to be, I want to explain this to you. You have to control the pressure manually with this. There's a little toggle there, a little valve that you're going to slowly tighten. I do it, it says in the instructions that to do it a little bit slower. Don't just turn it straight to max or to operating PSI. Turn it slowly over about the course of a minute. So I'm going to do that while the system's running, obviously. I just wanted to say it before too much noise was going. And as far as operations go, they do a really great job of labeling everything, making it nice and simple. You can't really mess it up. So don't be afraid of the high pressure. So now that it's been running for about 30 seconds, cleared out that line, you can see that's that juicy. That's good water right there.
It's not salty?
Not salty even one bit. You want to try it?
Yeah.
All right, now try it and give me your honest opinion. Don't hold back.
Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at it. I was thinking it's going to be really salty. It doesn't taste salty at all. It tastes good. I'm surprised. It tastes like this is like a fresh water fountain. I feel like we're wasting it. Let's get it filling in.
That thing is awesome. I'm super excited about it. Obviously it's new. We never know what kind of problems we can encounter later, but the Rain Man, it's awesome. The 30-gallon high pressure unit. I made this whole gallon of water. Delicious. In less than 2 minutes. So this thing will do, it has a really good output. I love the redundancy that you can run it off your 12 volt or you can run it off of a generator. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. I like the fact that it's portable but semi-installable. I'm really excited about this thing. I think it's going to change our lives as cruisers, as sailors, and just being able to kind of give the dishes a little bit more love when you're washing them. Longer showers, cleaning the deck a little bit better. Having a water source like this is going to be so huge for us, and I couldn't be happier in this moment. I'm sure it's going to be little parts I'm going to have to fix here and there, little things to address, and we'll address those together when they come. But right now, super excited, super easy to use. amazing product.
So earlier today we saw that beautiful clear water. I saw a stingray. I want to go snorkeling. I want to see what's down there. I think there's some good snorkeling coral around the boat, but I want to go over there to that white sand and the blue water. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so that snorkeling yesterday was so great. I saw sharks, turtles, all the stingrays you could ever want, tons of fish, the coral. I think that could, I don't know, but I think that could have been my favorite snorkeling spot here at this island, or here at Puerto Rico at this island. But today we have to head off. We're about to turn on the motor, pull up the anchor, and we're gonna head off and sail. Matt said he wanted to sail today with just the jib sail to see how that controls, I think, right?
Yep, gonna be trying to sail today with just the jib.
So we're gonna see how that goes, and looks like a beautiful day. A few storms are out there, but I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Bilge.
As I said a little bit earlier, I'm sailing with just the head sail today, just the jib, for a couple different reasons. One, it's hard to pull up to the anchorage and put the anchor down and do all that stuff, or grab a mooring when you have two sails to deal with, and obviously our motor doesn't work great, so we always want to have as little to handle as we can when we go up to anchor or moor. So the main sail sometimes gets kind of stuck depending on the wind. So the furler, you can furl it pretty easily no matter what and get that speed down. So I'm using this today to see how well I can point, how well I can fall off the wind with just my jib, because that might just become my workhorse in these short, smaller sails. you know, putting the drone up with both sails, it's hard to catch it. Maybe I could just sail with the head sail, fly the drone, have a great time, make pretty pictures, and then furl it in, catch the drone, and then furl it back out, and you know, you're stopping and going pretty quick. So that's why I'm practicing that today.
The storm's coming at high speeds, the wind is picking up, the rain is coming, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to go inside. Matt's probably gonna be out here soaking. Do you want me to grab your rain jacket?
I'm not gonna need my jacket, but I probably will need a bag to put over my phone.
There goes Bear, she's going in. That's the sign.
Bear called it. Now you can see that little squall mostly passed and we're no worse for the wear, other than I had to wear this stinky jacket. I recorded on my GPS what I did there, just to show you how it made me feel safer when that wind was coming through, because it probably built up to 35 through there. I'll kind of discuss with you what I did, and maybe it might help you out, or you really salty sailors out there could say, that was actually the worst thing you could have done. Water spout would have came, you'd have been asses over elbows, young man. So I'll explain that to you a little bit later. Alright, so a couple videos ago you saw us get a new anchor, and I just put it down for the very first time, and that thing felt like it grabbed, and just watching it go down through the water, it was going down like spike first. With my old one, with the CQRs, that's one bad thing. They lay side to side so they can drag. This one really doesn't look like a drag. It seems like it's stuck really solid. Of course, you know me, I have to dive it, make sure everything's good, but I'm going to be doing that soon. So, I like the Mantis, beautiful baby. So when we were coming back from Palomino, old Captain Matty was sailing the boat and I was going downwind with just my jib. A storm was coming up with a fury behind me and it was running up in there. We're already in the trade, so we're running 20 to 25 knots, and little squalls come by and can compound that into 40 pretty quickly. So what I did, instead of staying downwind with these unpredictable winds, is I turned toward the wind. So I'm taking the wind a little bit more on the beam, and I reefed my head sail. So with those gusts, I'm not going to catch as much with my boat, and it's going to be much less detrimental to flopping my sails around and getting a lot of pressure. What happens is when the wind's coming behind you, that sail can go all the way from the port side, and it can go in a matter of seconds all the way over, slamming to the starboard side with full force. So it's really bad. You really don't want to do it. It's quicker when it's just a squall. You know it's not going to be a long time. Turn up into it and go. The reason we do this is because we're not racers. We're not trying to tear up our rig. I got a cat on this boat. You know, I don't want Bear to have to slam to one side and do all kinds of craziness. I want to take care of my house. So that's the reason I did it. So when you have a squall coming up behind you and you're sailing downwind, it's easy just to kind of turn up into and face the wind, because you're going to be able to control how that wind affects you and your rig a lot better than if you just try to wear it downwind.
Alright guys, well, this video's coming to the end. We're super excited we got a water maker that really adds on to our livelihood in our cruiser ship. None of that makes sense, but you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Now I can take longer showers, which is really going to help out, you know. Before we had to ration the water for Kristen, and she got to be the not stanky one, and I was Big Captain Stanky.
No, you were not.
Yeah, we'd get out there.
Trust me, I don't allow him
We'd get out there in the wild regions, and Bear wouldn't even sit on my lap because I was so damn stanky and dirty and disgusting.
Anyways, guys, make sure you like this video. Look up, I tried to look up online about the island. I'm not sure if Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz was on the island. It says it in some places, but then you watch it in the video, it don't look like the same island.
Might have been more common. We may have jumped the gun on that. We thought it was them for sure, but we might have been fake news on that one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
we didn't
let us know,
check.
though. Someone look that up and let me know, because now I'm curious and I'm kind of like bummed out about it, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't have even went.
It still looked really cool. So we'll see you guys next week. It's hurricane season, so we're gonna have to start making some real big boy plans, but that's for another video. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time.